So at just 17, Aaron's encounter with adulthood and its freedoms was off to a rocky start. There was an early incident at a Gainesville bar called The Swamp, and here's what happened. So that night, Aaron goes out to this bar with another college football star and teammate, Tim Tebow. First of all, Aaron was just 17 years old, so he shouldn't even have been at the bar drinking in the first place. But it said that, like, college football players kind of get treated like rock stars there. So the whole age thing didn't matter. So they go out. Aaron has like a couple of drinks at the bar and then was given the bill because you got to pay, right? Well, Aaron allegedly didn't think such a big football star like himself should have to pay for the drinks. So an argument happened. And we don't really know what was said, but what we do know happened was that Aaron ended up punching the bar manager in the head. And the manager, he like suffered from a ruptured eardrum. Now, Aaron could have easily been charged with a felony over this. But again, the college football stars, they get treated differently. So Aaron like called his coach in the middle of the night, gave him the details. And the Gators' unofficial defense lawyer intervened. Soon afterwards, the bar manager told the police that he was going to request that the charges be dropped because he had been contacted by legal staff and coaches with the university and that they were just going to work on some kind of agreement. I know, must be nice. Well, is it? No. There's no consequences with these boys. In the end, Aaron never faced any charges. But this was red flag number 1. Aaron's teammates in Florida considered Aaron to be a big-hearted clown. They gave him the nickname Chico, and he embraced it. His teammates would say that he always tried to be the life of the party. And people either loved him or they just couldn't stand the guy. During his time at Florida, he was recognized as one of the top players in the nation. He was a key player on the 2008 BCS National Championship team. That's speaking a different language. I don't know what that means, but yes. He was a very talented player. But even with his fun personality, Aaron was facing some serious issues. He wasn't doing great in his classes, if he was even going. And he even got mixed up in a scary situation involving a shooting in Gainesville that left 2 wounded. I tried to find more information about this because I was like, what? He wasn't part of this shooting. It was more of him being at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all the information I could find. I think after the fact, people now think he probably was involved in some kind of way with whatever went down. Yeah. I don't even know if it was worth mentioning, but I mentioned it. So, because I don't know what the situation was. So despite all these problems, Aaron was still an amazing football player. He ended up receiving the John Mackey Award as the nation's best college tight end for his junior season at Florida in 2009, which is pretty huge. I feel so dumb. This is not my world. But I guess I looked it up, and the John Mackey Award is presented annually to the most outstanding college tight end in the United States. So that's very impressive, right? So Aaron, he had his eyes set on joining the NFL, which, the real deal. But there were some more problems. Aaron was failing drug tests while he was at the University of Florida. And scouts, I learned that football scouts, they do some serious digging. They hire private investigators to look into everyone's backgrounds to know what they're investing in, which is good. But at the same time, how come they always overlook domestic abuse? I don't know. But so scouts were looking into Aaron because he's amazing, right? But they didn't really like him, and they were describing him as a social misfit who had a serious weed habit. So on top of that, when they were looking into, his past, there were concerns about his possible ties to some kind of criminal behavior. in his hometown of Bristol. He didn't technically have any charges on his record, but like there was some question. He just they weren't sure. So like a lot of recruits didn't want to touch him. But things were going to be all right for him because in 2010, Aaron was drafted by the New England Patriots in the 4th round of the NFL draft. Now, this was major, right? Huge. Could you imagine? It's major. So this was like his chance to like get things together, right? He's playing with the big boys now. And he showed up. During his rookie year, Aaron had scored 6 touchdowns on 563 receiving yards. Question mark? I don't know what that means. Alongside quarterback Tom Brady. Maybe you know what that means. Okay, so he's doing great. And in his second season, he helped the Patriots, get all the way up to the Super Bowl. They ended up losing to the New York Giants 21-17, but I'm sure like this was quite the rush for him. I'm sure his dad, as mean as he was, I'm sure his dad would have been very proud. Or not. I'm not sure. But either way. So as his fame and workload were growing, Aaron decided to hire like 2 friends to work as like his assistants. Now, one of them, his name was Alexander Bradley, who technically was a drug dealer that Aaron met back in college. And I guess he was now working as his personal assistant. And it seems like mainly his weed supplier. And Alexander, like his job wasn't, I guess, just about getting drugs. He was also there to calm Aaron down whenever he would get angry or paranoid, just do things for Aaron. So at one point, Aaron had asked Alexander to buy him a $375 silver revolver for him. I don't know. He just wanted some guns. And the Patriots, the team, they kind of like turned a blind eye to Aaron's shenanigans. Like they knew he was up to no good. And they knew that he was smoking weed, allegedly. But again, he was such a good player and he was such an asset to the team. So they were just kind of like, just looking the other way. And because Aaron did so well on his like rookie year or whatever, the Patriots, the team, they went ahead and signed Aaron to a 5-year, $40 million contract extension with the Patriots. And this happened in August of 2012. Now, at this time, Aaron is 23 years old. I don't know about you, but I could not imagine being 23 years old with a $40 million contract. I'm sure if you don't have the right people around, it could easily destroy you, right? Be stupid with the money, buying stupid crap, just being stupid. It was said that Aaron often carried a gun around, and some people that were around him thought that he was like a respectful, nice guy, especially for being a celebrity athlete. But they would say like the friends that he was hanging around were just a bad influence. One friend who hung around like his circle said that Aaron was very gullible and he was willing to just do whatever to like prove that he was badass or something. It was like he didn't realize that he was getting himself into a lot of trouble by hanging out with the wrong people. And a lot of people said that he was just a follower. So the Patriots teammates described Aaron as an attention seeker who at times seemed unhinged. They would go on to say that he would have like these major mood swings where he would be like the most hyper masculine, aggressive individual in the room and like was ready to fight anybody, during like fits of rage. And then there would be other times where he would be like the most sensitive person in the room. And he would be talking about like cuddling with his mom. Or he would go up to other players asking like if he was good enough to play. He just seemed deeply insecure. I guess there would be beef at times with their legendary team leader, Tom Brady, who would become enraged by Aaron's erratic behavior. It's like 1 minute Aaron would be like childlike, laughing and disruptive. And then the next, he would kind of storm off in a fit of rage.